Okay, not sure just what just happened there. We're gonna keep on continuing where we were. So we started off, or ended rather, in your cobra pose on the ground. Again, sorry for that mishap. I'm not sure exactly what just went down. But again, finishing up from your cobra pose, wiggling out your hips. When you're ready, downward facing dog is where we meet. Again, if you just joined into this video, there was a part one. We're about 10-ish minutes in. So go ahead and grab that if you haven't already, and then come to this one. But if you're following along, if you just joined back up in after you got kicked off again, sorry about that. Look to the top of your mat, breathe in. On your exhale, step or float forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Then exhale to fold. Let's make this a little faster. On an inhale, reach up to mountain pose. On your exhale, anatomical neutral. Wave your arms out like huge angel wings. Again, inhale, reach up to mountain pose. And then exhale, forward fold. Flat back to fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. We're going to do that same thing again. You're in your high plank. Inhale, shift to a side plank on your right side. Exhale, hands down to plank. Other side, inhale, side plank to the left. Exhale, back to high plank. Different this time. Breathe in and shift forward. I'm going to use my knees. Super slow chaturanga. So same thing, spin your elbow pits forward, bend your elbows, shift forward. Again, elbows stacked right on top of your wrist. This shouldn't necessarily be easy. Flip to the tops of your feet, lift your thighs off the ground, then pull your chest through your arms. Full breath in. Stay for your breath out. One more inhale. Exhale, down dog. Ooh, I got a lower back pop on that one. That was nice. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's take that one more time through, y'all. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or float. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, anatomical neutral. Get wide and open. Inhale, reach up mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Last time, a little bit quicker. Inhale, side plank to the right. Exhale, high plank. Inhale, side plank to the left. Exhale, high plank. Breathe in, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Option to use your knees or not. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. All right. Lift your right leg high. Breathe in. On your exhale, knee to your right tricep. Same side. Inhale, back to three leg. Exhale, knee to your nose. Squeeze into center. Again, inhale back to three leg. Exhale, cross it to your left. Try to touch your left tricep. Inhale, three leg. Exhale, low lunge, step through. All right, lower your left heel down like you're going to go into down dog with your leg, or rather warrior two with your legs. Keep your hands on the ground. Walk them out towards the left side of your mat. Warrior two, down dog stretch. So there should still be some tension on your right thigh and hip. Press your feet in opposite direction. So you're pressing your right foot forward, just like in Warrior 2. Pressing your left pinky toes side back, just like Warrior 2. With your hands, drive them into the mat or the ground, so you drive your hips towards the right. Get that stretch on your outer hip. Give your head a shake. Yes and no. So again, you're not holding tension. Only where you're actually creating that stretch. Everywhere else is supple. More full breath. And then he'll come back in through to center. Lift your left heel off the ground and lower your left knee down. We're going to take this into a twist. So your left knee is down, plant your left hand flat. Inhale, reach your right hand up. You open up your twist. Squeeze inner thighs together. Try to drag your left knee forward toward your right heel. With that activation, kick your left heel to glute. We're taking it to quad stretch. Welcome to the party, quads. Squeeze your heel to glute. Capture it with your hand. If you don't capture it with your hand, that's totally okay. That is an A+ move right there. This is hamstring city. If you want to take it further, connect and then pull in. But as you're pulling in, you're not just softening. Kick your foot right back into your hand. Create tension as you continue to pull in. One of them is going to take over, but you need to add them both to get the full stretch. One more full breath. Open up your heart. Relax your chin away from your chest. Avoid slingshotting your foot. Gently release your left leg. Tuck your toes, pyramid pose. If you have blocks, this is a great place for them. You don't have to have blocks at all. So step your left foot forward. Both legs are going to be straight. Take your left hand to your low back. Notice how high up one side is versus the other side. You should be able to pivot your right hip back and your left hip forward. Squeeze thigh to thigh. Pull your chest away from that squeeze. Right? So you've got power through your legs. There's that forward driving motion of your right foot forward. That backward driving of your left leg. And now can you pull away from that? Tuck your chin slightly towards your chest, a little different, so that you can lengthen the back of your neck, right? You're creating this bridge for something to walk all the way from your spine, tailbone, along your spine to the crown of your head. One more full breath. All right, bend your right leg, step your left foot to the back of your mat. You're back in your low lunge. On an inhale, three-legged dog. Send your right leg up. This time, bend your legs, stack your hips. Now notice how far over to the left you already go. I want you to keep a flat chest towards the ground, then lift your thigh. So if your right shoulder lifts and your left shoulder dips, level it out. Squeeze heel to glute, press your right knee up, rather than just trying to swing it as far to the left as you can. Try to go up first. Then, when you're ready, flip your dog. Let your right foot touch the left side of your mat. You can take wild thing, left leg can be straight, it's almost like your side plank, or bend your left leg like a reverse tabletop into your flip dog. Whichever of those feels better, keep that. Take another breath, and exhale, hands down to the ground. Take your vinyasa if you want it. Skip it if you don't. Take your left leg high, breathe in. And then again, exhale, left knee to left tricep. We're starting on the same side, try to touch. Inhale, three leg. Exhale, knee to nose, try to touch. Inhale, three leg. Exhale, cross to your right, try to touch. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. All right, right heel down. Warrior two legs. For warrior two legs, front heel intersects right through the middle of your back arch. Once you've got that, then hands to the right, press hips to the left. There's a happy medium, there you are, between walking your hands forward and getting a stretch through your torso and pressing your hands back to get a stretch through your left hip. So find that where you can still add pressure, but there's still a little bit of stretch through your side body as well. Powerful feet, powerful hands, powerful breathing. One more full breath. Come up through center. Walk your hands back towards the top of your mat. Lower your right knee down. We twist it. Right hand down, left hand up. Again, squeeze thigh to thigh. Draw right knee forward, left heel backwards. And then kick heel to glute. Add in the quad. Again, you can stay right here. Left hand stays up. You don't have to touch your leg at all. That's not the goal. The goal is to stretch the front of your right quad. If grabbing your foot helps deepen that, then go for it. Same thing here. Pull your heel in, kick your foot into your hand, use that to rotate your left shoulder high. Relax your chin away from your chest. 2 more rounds of breath. Avoid slingshot. You gently release. You can even keep it right there for a second. Tease yourself. Why? Release your foot, plant your hands. Inhale, three-legged dog, left leg high, bend your legs, stack your hips. If you want to draw some stuff here, draw some stuff. If you want to flip, flip. Your version. Left hand up. There's also this great version. You can take your hand behind your head, squeeze your elbow towards your ear, and then lift them up together to open up your chest. Breathe in. Exhale, hands down, flow. Chaturanga, back to down dog. Full breath in, full breath out. All right, bend your knees, look forward, inhale. Exhale, step or float forward, Malasana. So step your feet outside of your hands, turn your toes slightly towards the corners of your mat, then come into this yogi squat. So notice flat spine here. Again, it's diagonal, so it's not straight up or straight down, but it is flat. So rather than rounding forward, getting this hunch shape, strong, lifted. Press your knees apart by pressing your hands together and down. 3 rounds of breath. All right, on an inhale, reach your hands up forward, stretch them out. Exhale, fold forward, touch the hands to the ground, straighten your legs, toe heel your feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend your legs. Inhale, reach up to a mountain pose, get real tall. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands to your heart. Close your eyes. What's different? What's changed in your body? What's changed in your mind? Accept that change. Find gratitude for that change. Love that change. Let that spread out. Big breath in. Audible breath together. Breathe in, seal your lips. Exhale through your nose. Alright, I'm going to take this a little bit deeper. On an inhale, one-legged mountain pose. Reach your hands up. Lift your left knee up with you. So you're standing on your right leg here. So strong through your left foot. Flex it up. Stack your ankle underneath your knee. So notice the tendency to try to squeeze it to your glute. Notice the tendency to kick it forward. Find that happy medium between the two, right underneath your knee. Taking a breath here. And then on your exhale, step it back into a lunge with your arms extended behind you. So again, slow and controlled. Bend your right leg. Step your left foot back. Touch the ground. Arms stay behind you. We're in a lightning warrior here. And then we're going to take that right back. On an inhale, come up to stand, one-legged mountain pose. On your exhale, lightning warrior. So start to speed it up a little bit, but there's still control there. And not collapsing out to the side, not falling left or right. That may happen, but control that. Take that breath to move. Inhale, step up, one-legged mountain. Exhale, lightning warrior. 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale, step back. Inhale, step up. Exhale, step it back. Hold here, warrior 1. So turn your left heel down, reach both hands up. Woo, here we are. Now notice first how close your left heel is in line with your right heel. You want it a little bit wider so that your hips can come more forward rather than opening up like a warrior 2, right? We're not there quite yet. We'll get there, promise. But for now, hips forward, arms up. So adjust your stance in any way you need. You don't have to land where you stay. Reverse that. You don't have to stay where you land. Full breath. All right, take an inhale. And then your exhale, back bend. Squeeze your elbows towards your ribs. Lift up your heart without allowing your ribs to splay out, right? No face hugger. Hold it down and in. Pull your shoulders and elbows together. On an inhale, reach up to warrior 1. On your exhale, forward fold. Step your feet together. Fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We're going to take that different. Inhale, reach up to a mountain pose. Stretch your arms, stretch your legs. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands to your heart. A little bit quicker. Now you know where we're going, so we can make this faster journey. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Right knee comes up with you. You can find your stability. Knee in line with your hip. Tendency is for it to be higher. It becomes a little bit easier, but it becomes more strenuous on your hip flexor later. So, make it a little harder to start, but sustainable. Taking a breath. Exhale, lightning warrior. Slow as you can. Bend your left leg. Step your right foot back. Arms extend behind you. Inhale, back up to your one-legged mountain. Exhale, lightning warrior. Try to step your foot strong to the back of your mat. Get into your footprint. Take up all of your space. Inhale, one-legged. Exhale, lightning warrior. 3 more times. In. Out. In. And out. Last time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lightning warrior. Step it back. Hold here, warrior 1. Rotate your left heel down. Maybe step it out to the side. Maybe step it forward. Both hips forward. Reach your arms up. And we will get a chance to get deeper into your warrior 1. Give yourself a chance to strengthen your legs. This is a lot about the quad here on the left side. So can you challenge your quad by pressing your back foot more into the ground, right? Activate that glute. Light up the entire right side to challenge the left side. Arms stay up. That already got more intense. I hope you felt that. Take a breath here. Exhale, back bend. And hold your ribs down and in. Squeeze your elbows together. Lift up your heart. more breath in, reach up. And then exhale, forward fold, both feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, step it back to high plank. Breathe in and shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full round of breath, y'all. All right, let's pick up where we left off earlier, shall we? Take your right leg high, breathe in. Exhale, knee to right tricep, same side. Inhale, 3 leg. Exhale to your nose. Inhale, 3 leg. Exhale, cross to your left. Inhale, 3 leg. Exhale, low lunge. Different this time, warrior 2. Left heel down. Inhale, open up. All right, so now that promised time where you get to open up your hips. Now you get to line up your feet. Front heel intersects the middle of your back arch. That same setup at the beginning of class. Now just with your body supported. Press your feet apart. Use the pressure of your feet apart to lengthen your right thigh, right? Because you're driving your right shin forward as if it's pressing into a wall. And then tucking your tailbone underneath you, driving even more through your left foot as well. Take 2 more rounds of breath. Inhale, reach your right hand forward. Pause here. On your exhale, reach just your right arm down. Now can you press and open up your chest before you lift your left arm up? So get your chest as flat as you can towards your side wall, then extend your left arm up. Now start to stack left shoulder on top of right shoulder. So maybe that means adjust your stance. Can you open your chest more? Can you press your left hip up and back? One more breath. All right, inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten your right leg. Point your tailbone forward. So notice that shift. Point your tailbone forward. Your right hip is going to lift as well. Lift your hip. Point it forward. Kick your left hand to your left thigh. Press it down to lift your right arm higher. All right, you already have your right leg straight. Take a breath in. Exhale, Skandasana. Bend your left leg. You can point your toes out to the back or left corner. And then take this one-legged squat to stretch out your right leg. So again, the goal isn't to touch my glute to my left heel. The goal is to support myself with my left leg to stretch my right leg. So maybe you got a lot of space, you can bend it down without your knee coming past your ankle or foot. But be where you are. One more breath. And then inhale, look forward. Exhale, low lunge. Side plank, left hand down. Reach your right arm up, maybe lift your right leg up. Maybe grab your foot and kick your foot into your hand. You can start to stretch out your quad here in this dancer variation of your side plank. Taking a breath. And exhale to flow. Hands down. Back to downward facing dog. Whoo, yeah. Hope you're feeling it. That's one thing I miss, is getting woos in class. You don't get woos at home by yourself unless you make them. Take your left leg high, breathe in. Exhale, left knee, left tricep, same side. Inhale, 3 leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, 3 leg. Exhale, touch your right tricep, squeeze. Inhale, 3 leg. Exhale, low lunge. Warrior 2. Inhale, reach up. Okay. So, set up like you did on the other side. Adjust for the changes, right? It's a blues and B flat. Watch for the changes. Try to keep up. Press your feet apart. Stretch your arms apart. Try it a little different. Flip your palms up. And then try to squeeze your thumbs together on your back. Open up your chest. You're right, and you're still extending your arms out. As if you're trying to catch as much rain to the side of your body as you can. At the same time, touch thumb to thumb. Can you still deepen into your front lunge? Press more through your back foot without your shoulders going forward like extended side angle. Now, next inhale, reach forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Take that. Same thing. Open up your right shoulder back. Press into your left arm to help assist that. Then reach your right arm up over your head. You can continue pressing through your right foot. Round your right shoulder up, your right rib cage up. Ooh, there's so much resistance. Take 2 more breaths with that. And then inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten your left leg. 1 more time. Point your tailbone forward. So again, your left hip will point forward and lift. Squeeze your thighs together. Then lift your left shoulder up. Either your rib cage, your arm. One more breath in. Exhale, Skandasana to the back. Turn your right toes out, 45 degrees. Send your hips back. This is going to be the same slope of your back that you had in your Malasana. Again, you're not rounded forward. You've got this strong, straight spine that you can support as you stretch your left leg. This shouldn't feel easy. 2 more rounds of breath. And then inhale, look forward. Exhale, low lunge, right hand down, side plank to the left. Lift your left hand up. Again, maybe kick your hand into your foot. And then kick to open up. This is like a dancer variation. You should feel a stretch on your quad. Breathe in. Exhale, hands down. Flow. On top of your tiptoe, breathe in. Child's pose, breathe out. Shins to the ground, hips to heels. All right. Let's take at least 5 rounds of breath in your child's pose. Oh yeah, we good. All right. I'm going to make an executive decision here. And rather than continue to flow that, I'm going to start to stretch it out. But before we do, I want you to get a little more activation through your hip. So when you're ready to move, sit forward into a tabletop. From there, we're going to take this into a fire hydrant with your right leg. So hands and knees tabletop. Shift your weight into your left knee. Lift your right leg out to the side. Flex your toes. And inhale, come back into the center. And then exhale out to the side. Inhale, center. Exhale out to the side. So slow and controlled. Just to extend it out. Notice when you lift your knee, how much do you shift to the left? Can you keep your left knee stacked? Hip stacked on your knee, right? Just for 4, 3, 2. Last one, lower it down and then switch. Your left knee up, exhale out to the side. Inhale, center. Exhale out to the side. You can flex your toes, you can point your toes. Just control your right side. Right? It's stationary. It's like a ghost. And you're like, are you even there? I can't see you moving. I don't know if you're actually alive or not. Keep that for 3. For 2. Last one. Back to tabletop, round a cat cow. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, pressing around. All right. From here, walk your hands forward. Keep your knees stacked on top of your hips on top of your knees. All right, so you should feel a little suspended here, arms out at a diagonal. Take a gaze down to the top of your mat, breathe in, and then exhale, puppy pose. And again, without letting your hips get past your knees, press into the ground until you can bring your forehead and chest down. Maybe your forearms, but keep some pressure there. Again, hips are driving up. You're not taking a child's pose here, unless that's what you want. But go in with the intention of understanding that this can help you stretch out your entire chest, your shoulders, your lats, all the good stuff. 2 more breaths. All right, press into your hands, shift slightly forward, and then walk your hands back in towards your legs. Grab a block if you have it. We got some camel, y'all. We got one more quad stretch business for you. It's one of my favorite, but it's also one of my least favorites. I'll tell you why once we get there. But starting off in camel pose. Knees underneath your hips, shoulders on top of your hips, hands to your low back. Squeeze your thighs together. Breathe in, and then exhale, camel pose. Squeeze your shoulder, press your hips forward, take your gaze up this wall to the ceiling. And then keep following one straight line until you look up above your head. And you may take it further. You may meet your gaze to the back wall. That's great. Breathe with it. You got 4 more breaths. And if that gaze that you've gotten yourself to, that depth takes away your breath, come up until you can regain it. 2 more rounds. Squeeze the eyes together. Inhale up to center. Lower your sit bones to your heels. Hands on top of your lap. 5 rounds of breath, mandatory. See what's happening in your body. One more full round, your deepest and most focused yet. From here, I'm going to take it into a pigeon pose before we go any further. So you can take tabletop first, just step your left knee back, walk your right knee forward to your wrist. But continue walking your left knee back. And notice when you walk your knee back, are you rolling onto your right hip? So I want you to have some suspension there. So left hip suspended over the ground, right hip suspended over the ground. Press your right knee down to walk your left knee back. That feels good. Stay here. And this is a great pigeon pose because you're pressurizing into this. So if you know that you have a tight hamstring, tight glutes, also called strong glutes, if you got strong glutes, you got to fight fire with fire, right? Press into this. Allow yourself to get a little strengthening into it before you fully relax into it. When you feel like you can't put any more pressure, then start to settle. Now your body's less likely to fight you on it. So 3 more rounds of breath. Pigeon can be your pose if you want to stay. If you want to add in the quad stretch with me, follow along. Walk your hands towards your legs. Getting that same pressure you started with. Kick heel to glute. This time reach back with your left hand. So your right hand will stay on the mat. Reach back with your left hand. So you open up your shoulder, thumb face up. Same thing here. Kick your foot into your hand. Pull your hand into your foot. If you have more space, you can walk your foot into your elbow. So it's going to be the same thing here. Kick your foot into your arm. Pull your arm into your foot, almost like a bicep curl, and then rotate your left chest forward. So as you're kicking your foot into your arm, you're allowing this counter rotation of your left chest so that you can stretch out your left quad, the front of your hip flexor as well. Let's do 3 more breaths. All right. Avoid slingshotting. Release your foot gently. Both hands down to the ground. Send it to a 3-legged dog. So right leg up. You can draw circles. You can stack. You can flip. Whatever shape you took earlier, if it felt good, take it. I'm feeling wild thing on this one. I'm going to take wild thing. Last breath in. When you're ready, flip. Hands down. Back in through, and set it up, half pigeon on the other side. So you can take your tabletop first and your right leg out straight, pull your left knee towards your left wrist, or however you like to set yourself up for pigeon pose. If you want to take a 3-legged dog, that can help people get more familiar with it, but same thing, set up here, set up strong, press your hands down. And from this roundness of your chest, this pressure through your left hip. Like it's close to the ground, not touching, but it wants to touch. When you have enough of that, when you can't pressurize anymore, you can't keep your belly in tight and keep your chest lifted, then fold forward. And again, this can get real decadent. You can expand yourself completely out, completely flat, chin to the ground, gaze facing forward. But there may not be enough space for this. So, always opt for a block underneath your chest. I can bring the ground close enough that you don't have to use your shoulders anymore. You can let your forehead touch. And if you got a couple of novels that either you don't mind getting sweaty, or if you're not sweaty enough to get them sweaty, put a couple novels under your chest. See how that feels? You got 2 more rounds of breath. And when you're ready, take as long as you want. Walk your hands in towards your legs. Kick your heel to glute. Quad business. Left hand stays down. Reach your right hand back. Grab your foot. And you can pull it in with your hand first. Kind of see where that leads. You can stay here, or you can start to walk it deeper. In the crook of your elbow. Kick foot into arm. Pull arm into foot, rotate your right chest forward, press your left hand down. Some more kick so that your right hip can start to spin a little forward as well. Stretch out your hip flexor. Kick more to activate your hip flexor. 2 more breaths. Gently release. Hands to the ground, tuck your back toes, 3-legged dog. One more time, bend and stack, flip. Whatever that means for you. Hand to your head, drive your chest, your hips, everything up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands down. Last flow if you want it. Skip it if you don't. Shift forward to high plank. One last time, either option to use your knees or don't. Lower all the way down to your belly. Super slow. Painfully, annoyingly slow. Whew. Alright, now here's that pose I was talking about. My least favorite, but also probably my favorite pose at the moment. Floor bow. Can I get a holla? This one is not great. Let's be real. It takes so much activation, but it's so worth it to stretch out your front line. So kick your heels to glutes, grab your feet. Now notice if you pull your heels to glutes, for me especially, my left knee will start to pop. That's too deep of an angle to pull first. So grab your feet. If that means grabbing a strap instead, wrapping around the front of your feet and holding that strap with your arms, do that. That's okay. So first, kick your feet into your hands or your strap. Gaze down to the ceiling. Take a breath in. On your exhale, kick into your feet to lift your thighs and your chest off the ground. Squeeze your shoulders together on your back. Squeeze your knees together. Roll onto the soft part of your belly. We're here for 4 breaths. I know, not great. Stay with it. You got it. Get powerfully into your hands. Last breath in, stay lifted. And then exhale, release. Oh, gracious. Wiggle your heels left and right. Oh my God. That was great. And again, love-hate relationship. Sometimes I love it, sometimes I hate it. Right now, it's still bittersweet. When you're ready to move, hands to the ground. Press up onto your knees just to walk your feet forward. Come to a seat. Your legs out long and straight in front. We're going to take it wide. If you want to take it narrow, legs together, take your legs together. It's just a seated forward fold. Don't overthink it. It's all right. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, fold. Grab for whatever's accessible. If you can, create that ramp in your spine first. So again, long, straight spine. What would that be? Is that like a 65 degree? 45 degree? Something like that. Pull it forward. We'll start to challenge that. We're going to keep it, rather than rounding forward, just try to get your face closer to the ground. Can you lift up, get your face away from the ground, try to get your heart forward. Ooh. 3 more breaths. Now round your forehead towards your knees or towards the ground. Now notice that difference, that activation versus release. Be just as grateful, just as thankful for both. Inhale up through center, take your legs together. Reach your arms out, Frankenstein's monster. And lower down onto your back. Hug your right knee in, squeeze it in. And exhale, supine twist towards the left. Gaze to the right. Now we're going to do the same thing here. We're talking about that pressure as before. So you've got your knee towards the ground. Keep your right shoulder touching the ground. So that'll be your benchmark. So from there, drive your right shoulder and elbow to the mat. Press your left or your right knee back up into your left hand. So there's going to be a little lift. Take a big breath in. Keep that activation, then exhale, deepen your twist. So you're still pressing your knee against your hand. 2 more times. Inhale, press and lift. Exhale, press and deepen. 1 more time in. Out. And then settle the pressure. Let yourself sink into it. Now your knee may touch the ground while your shoulder's touching. That's okay. You don't have to touch. But that activation can be what gets you deeper into the stretch to a point that you didn't think possible. I know for me, I did. Inhale back through to center. Switch out your legs. If you want to draw some circles with your knees, first just release tension in your hips. Take it. Otherwise, supine twist left knee towards the right. Same thing, left shoulder and elbow down. Press your left knee back into your right hand. Take a breath in. Exhale deep. Again, inhale. Exhale deep. One more, inhale. Exhale, deepen. And then soften. You're even. Come back through to center. Heels to the ground. Bridge pose. Whew. We're here, y'all. Stretch out your traps by walking your shoulders underneath your back. Feeling the back of your neck get long by gently tucking your chin to your chest. And then adding pressure, driving your heels down, driving your shins forward. There's a theme here. Full breath. All right, lift onto your tiptoes, take in a breath. And then exhale, slow descent down, tailbone touches very last. Upper back, middle back, low back, sacrum and then tailbone. Happy baby's last pose, y'all. Hug your knees in. Either reach through your legs or the outside of your feet. Maybe kick your feet up. Again, my tailbone lifts as soon as I kick up, so instead of that, I'm going to grab my knees, pull them out to the side, or grab behind your thighs. Pull your knees out wide, then kick your heels up. Right? Your knees out, pull your elbows down. Breathe softness, breathe acceptance into this pose. Right? If you're gritting your teeth, change up your motive. How does that change up this pace, the shape, the result? Bend your knees, hug your knees to your chest one more time. Take a breath in, contract into a tiny ball, squeeze in, make yourself this strong little muscle, breathe. And then exhale, Shavasana. Unravel, legs long, arms long. Make this shape representative of everything you've felt. Your artistic interpretation of your body on Saturday, 2 p.m. Shavasana. You have time, stay longer. Recommended for a 5-minute Shavasana. Again, it's that time for your body to reset, to commit everything you've done to memory. Write it down so the next time you approach it, it's familiar, it's a little bit easier. If you're ready to start your Saturday, start movements small. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Open and close your jaw, wiggle your chin left and right, wake up your neck. And then pull your knees into your chest. A little hug, a little compression, right? Just a little gratitude, a little love for your source of mobility. And roll to one side, just long enough to press up to a seat. Hands at your heart, eyes closed. Honoring the light, love, the student and teacher that resides in each of us. We bow towards one another and share the words. Namaste. So good, y'all. Thanks again for joining. If you missed that first part, there was about 10 minutes or so of class prior to this one. I don't know what happened, but you may want to check that out first. And if not, welcome in. I hope you still enjoyed the class either way. Again, we have our donation site going live, blackswanyoga.com/live. it's not needed, it's not necessary. You don't have to do it to be taking these classes, but it is something that we appreciate. It's something that's keeping us afloat. So if you can, please do. Otherwise, thank y'all so much for joining. Again, my name is Jeremy. Follow me on Instagram at JerPose. Let's chat. Let's talk about something else you want to see, or maybe something you want to see when the studios open up again in 2 weeks. Oh, all right, y'all. Namaste. Have a good rest of your day.